Did you know that all the medications you and others take have gone through a clinical trial process first? Clinical trials are research studies that help doctors and scientists understand how those medicines work in a particular medicine or a product or a device and its disease process and how it can help alleviate those diseases or that disease process. They find new ways to treat these diseases that we see each and every day in our practices. Clinical trials have several different phases that they go through to get the product to market. First, researchers, physicians brainstorm together and come up with some products, some ideas on how to treat these diseases. It starts with bench work in the laboratory and then goes on to use the animal models to see if the medicine actually does what it's supposed to do. After it's been tested in the animals and on a bench research, the product is now brought into the human subject trial phases. And there's different phases when we use different subjects to see how these medicines affect the diseases. Each stage, we get different information about this product, about this medicine, and how it affects the disease process. This answers different questions on how does it affect the disease? Does it help the disease? Does it help with the pain if we're trying to control pain? Does it make the disease not go so quickly? All these are answered in clinical trials. And each clinical trial gets further along in the process to make those decisions. Now, to participate in a clinical trial, you have to give your consent. Everything is done with your consent. There are questions that you'll need to answer. There are tests that will need to be done to see if you qualify for these studies. Each and every study has a certain protocol, and these protocols must be followed directly. We're dealing with patients, with human subjects, and we have to be sure that we do everything carefully not to harm any patients or subjects. At Fortuna Clinical Trials, we're using new medicines to treat acute postoperative pain. As you know, the opioid epidemic kills many people in the United States and worldwide. The products that we're using now to try to control the pain after these surgeries is non-opioid, non-addictive pain medicines. So we're looking to try to alleviate the pain of surgery with non-opioid medicines, non-addictive pain medicines, which help tremendously decrease the opioid epidemic in the United States and in the world. Now, right now we're doing bunion and inguinal surgeries, inguinal hernia surgeries. These surgeries are done without any cost to you or to your insurance company if you have insurance. If you qualify, there will be compensation for you from the studies. Now, I know you have many questions and probably some doubts, and you're thinking, is this really healthy for me as a patient, as a subject? Well, that's not an abnormal question, and we get that all the time. Remember that many of these products have gone through some phases of the trials. And so there are some resources that we have that can show what some of the side effects have been and what some of the outcomes have been. So call Fortuna Clinical Trials at 956-999-8399 and let us answer those questions for you. Take the first step and call us and let us tell you about how our trials work and how our medicines are working so that we can help you if you have some of these issues that you're dealing with. So please call Fortuna Clinical Trials and ask one of our coordinators to give you some more information about one of our trials. We look forward to hearing from you soon.